And just tell me if you need me, okay? Like usual. I'm gonna mute you. And gallery. Okay, lovies. We did all that block work yesterday. I don't know about you, but my hamstrings are a little bit sore. Get you in gear here. Okay. Here we go. Elbows down on the ground. Let's start with rock side to side. So bring your forearms together and flip your palms today. To start, widen your knees more than you think. Before we go anywhere, plug down with your elbows. Lift your heart into your back space so the curve of the upper back is starting to happen. And then gently plug down with your forearms and lean yourself right and left. You can start small, making your rock kind of minimal, and then you can start adding on range if you feel good about that. Very good. Yes, you got it. Plugging down with your forearms, lifting the rib cage up a little bit. Let's go for 3 more sets. Taking your time to initiate the plugging down of the arms. Taking time to feel your body against the floor. How handy the floor is. Thank goodness for the floor. Walk your elbows forward just 2 inches. Bring your nose over your fingertips. Pull your elbows back this time and sneak yourself back towards child's. Inhale to come forward. Elbows can stay together. If it feels kind of iffy in your shoulder head, widen your arms back out. That's right. Your palms are flipped today just for variation. You're welcome to re-flip them back down. Now adding on, reach yourself onto the right diagonal as you sit back towards child's. Inhale, come forward. Child's. I said that like I was in the South. Pull your elbows back and go to the left diagonal to come forward to restart. As you pull back, you're leaning a little bit right. You're getting under the right armpit into the rib cage, spreading through the obliques. Inhale to come forward. Elbow pulls back. Sit yourself back. Very nice. Let's go for 3 more. Starting to get the tissue that supports the shoulder girdle tissue to open. So we're actually getting underneath or lower down than the shoulder girdle tissue. This stuff can yank on the shoulders. Good. And let's come on forward, flip onto your bums. Bring your hands behind you, just easy shoulder floss to start. Very small with your sternum coming forward. Hands are pulling on your mat towards your booty. So lift your heart up a little bit and then exhale to soften down. Pulling forward on your hands. Very nice. Good, let's go for 2 more. Just slowly waking up here. 1 more. Come onto your left side, please. Right knee to the sky. You can give yourself a head support. You can lay your ear all the way down. Lift your leg up. Plug up with your knee. Keep plugging up and then smush yourself down. Your right leg is up. Right leg is up today to start with. Good, Alex. Good, let's go for 3 super slow. So add in that real true engagement, that real connection between your hand and your knee. You're super slow here. This is your last slow one. Very good. And then you're gonna pulse it out. We're gonna go for 10 quickies. 10, 9, a little heat for us. 8, 7, 6, a little quicker, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Very good. Onto your back, support your head if you need to. Cross it over, number 4, stretch. Your right ankles across your left knee. Drag your legs together, lift your chest up, small ball. Exhale, shoulder lowers down, legs go away from your pelvis. Inhale, squeeze up and in, hug, 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 belly down. Exhale, release, head goes to floor, knees away. You keep kicking that ankle into your knee. Very nice. This is your last 3, please. Squeezing up, shoulders away. 2. So good, you guys. And 1. Rock yourself up. Send your right leg straight out to the right. Straight out to the right. Tabletop. And your legs stick straight to the side. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Feel the squeeging in of your right arch. And dip your booty back. Very nice. Fabulous. Squeezing together. We have just 10 here, so let yourself go into the count if you want, if that helps you track. Or put your mind's eye right into your medial hamstring and in your adductor here. Squeezing in and kicking down with your heel. Pulling your big toe in towards your supporting knee. Creating a tenseness or resistance to play off of. That engagement allows the gentle yanking and the elongation phase to create that internal exfoliation. So you gotta play off of something. You gotta create leverage. You gotta get leverage against the tissue in order to change it. This is your last 2. Squeezing in, squeezing in. And 1, very nice. Bring both knees underneath you, tuck your toes. Booty goes up and back, walk your heels out. Shift through your hips, shift through your shoulders if you need it. Yeah. Good, lift up onto your toes, everybody roll out to your plank, take a pause. Take a pause here. Let your knees come down, all the way down today, and slowly lower yourself down, hug your elbows into your side body. Very nicely done. Scoot yourself back if you need to, like me. Fingertips like spiders out to the sides, off your mat. Elbows touch sky. Inhale, lift your sternum up. Exhale, as you lower down, you're hugging your thumbs in towards the midline. Hug, hug, hug. Fingertips wide out to the side, even past your mat. So a little bit wider, Frank, if you can. Fingertips wide, wide, wide. Yes. Lowering yourself down for 2 more. Flossing the front of the chest. Squeeze with your pecs. Squeeze your thumbs in toward the midline. Last 1. Fab. Tuck your hands by your breastbones. Press yourself up. Downward dog. Walk your heels out 1 more time. Inhale, bring your knees down to the floor. Swoop your legs around. You have your left knee up. Left knee up, please. Lifting up to the sky. Very well done. Nice transitions, everybody. Lifting your knee up, please. You have 3 super slow. Slow-mo. As slow as you can go. 3 slow. Finding the engagement. Find the very top of the starting position. So everybody, knees all the way up to start. All the way up to start. Make sure your leg isn't bent like this, but a little bit open in a 90. Yes. Now we're talking. Knees up towards your chest a little bit more as you pull your belly back. It's excellent, Sheila. Here we go. We have quickies. It's 10. It's 9. It's 8. Get that heat on. And 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. You got it. And 2. Very nicely done. On your backs. Cross your heel over. Gallbladder stretch, round 2, kicking away with your ankle. Drag your legs in towards your chest, on your back with the left leg across your right knee. Left leg across your right knee. Good. So fab, everybody. Kicking away with your ankle and dragging up. If you can, you're adding your nose and squeezing up into a small ball with your shoulders off the floor. Legs lower away, head lowers down. Squeezing up and in, hugging together. Amazing. Head lowers down, legs go away. Squeezing up, up, up. And lowering down. You have 3 more, please. Good job. Nice lift off, Erin. Good. That's a lot of ab strength it takes to lift your chest off. Good. Rock yourself up. Here we go. Sending your left leg straight out to the left. Keep squeezing together and booty goes back for your liver. Let's work on our liver channel, why don't we? It's a good thing to do on a Wednesday, don't you think? Squeezing in. Whoa, liver does so many things for us. Actually builds our blood. Did we know this? Isn't that cool? Thank you to the liver for building blood. And if you do cardiovascular exercise, if you've ever felt that cinch in the right side of your body, that's oftentimes the liver contracting to pulse out the extra blood that it holds, because it usually holds 15 to 20% of our blood for us, stores it. And when we're exercising, sometimes if our tissue is not getting enough oxygen, then we got to send out that extra blood. The liver's got to send out that extra blood. Cool, right? So that's when you feel that cinchy cinch. The liver's doing its job. Eventually, when you get more in shape, your tissue is more oxygenated, so you don't need that extra blood and you stop getting that cramp. Capiche? Capiche. Okay, that's a basta. Very nice. Let's step it back. It's downward dog again. Booty goes high, belly goes to a zip. Hands plant down, heels can walk out. Find your calves. Thank you to our calves for walking us all over the place. Yes, yes, yes. So good, team. Lift up onto your toes. Belly goes high up into your spine. Find the rollout, articulating through your vertebrae to come out to your plank. Your head's going to hit the wall. Cool. Small apartments are great. Knees hover this time. Keep them off the floor. Pull your shoulders back. Bend your elbows just a smidge. Hover, hover, hover. Good. And booty goes up and back, downward dog. Again, lifting up onto your toes. Roll through your spine. Find that articulation through your back to come out to a straight line. Elbows bend a smidge. Pull your shoulders back. Lift your booty higher and then hover your knees. Good job, Alex. Good, and then booty swoops back and up. One more time, please, if you don't mind. Toes come high, belly goes higher, spine rolls out. Find your plank, bend your elbows, pull your collarbones wide, bend your knees to hover. This time we're going to slowly lower ourselves down. Your knees will hit first. Slowly, 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 all the way down. Good, push yourself straight back up onto your knees. And bring your right arm into a cactus shape, 90-90. Did I trick you? A little bit. Bring your arm across to the left. Plant it down on the left side of your mat. Exactly, Frank. Bring your other hand on top for the anchor. Plug down with your right arm, and then dip yourself right. Thank you to our right shoulder. Let's find some space under the scap. Inhale, come up. Plug down. Large intestine. Metal element. Refining what we want to keep, eliminating the rest. Your last couple of weeks of the metal season. So you get to get rid of all those things that don't serve. I don't know if you nested up and made your space a little bit nicer for hibernation when water element comes. You want a lot of clarity when the water element comes. For easeful, graceful hibernation. So we can get rid of what we don't need. See ya. Thanks. Goodbye. How about 3 towards your top diagonal? So take your shoulder and your ear a little bit up as you go right. Oh la la, it's a sticky spot for me. I don't know about you. How about 4? I changed my mind. One more time. Good. Now go back to neutral, straight sideways for 2. It's just what you're doing in the beginning. Thank you very much. Plug down a little bit more with your form and lift your rib cage together. Now add the back diagonal. So you're going right and a little bit back. Inhale to come up, going right and a little bit back. Forward, legs down. You guys are doing fabulous. Keep your tempos rolling in a way that works for your body. Do you need a little heat? Do you want to push in a little bit? A little gasolina? This is your last two. Getting that infraspinatus, supraspinatus, a touch on the first round we did. Bring your left hand under your nose, big T shape with your arms, please. Good, relax your arms back down, tuck yourself into downward dog. Good job, Alex, and press back. Very nice. Good, good, good. We're gonna drop our right knee down and bring our left leg forward, please. Grab your blocks if you need them. Left leg is forward. We got it, we all got it. Heel pulls back and you're gonna sit yourself back for a couple hammies. Left leg is forward. You got it. Good, increasing your engagement by putting your attention in the back of your leg. Realizing that the tracking of this tissue goes up into our lower back. That lower back tissue goes up into the middle back, into the upper back, into the neck. So here's our base. Right here in the thickness of the hamstring, controlling how our pelvis and our spine set up. Everyone says the feet are the base, but the hamstrings kind of control the feet too. Because they're bigger. They have more things to say. Let's go for 5 more, please. Feel free to change your angle. Maybe your calf got a little change from all that calf work we did yesterday. We can revisit that at the end. This is 2. Find your face, find your sinus. Let your sinus go off your face like it's gonna float off to Florida. It's like, see ya. Okay, plant your feet so that your legs are in a 90-90. Right arm to the sky. This is the arm we worked on earlier. Elbow crisscross applesauce. Very nice. Keep your arm in a, it's not 90, but it's somewhere near there. Swoop your wrist forward towards your foot. Bring your other hand on top. And then crank yourself back. Very good job. Nicely done. The resistance is on the way back towards your hip. The relaxation phase comes towards the front. Relax to come back to your front foot. Yeah, or you can add strength. If you feel very mobile in this zone, you can add resistance in both directions. The strength phase is going to create a little bit more stability, but oftentimes we need to change the tissue quite a bit. We need to make the tissue truly flexible, meaning elastic, pliable, hydrated, before we strength train. Because if a muscle is tourniqueted by the dense fascia, then it can't strengthen anyways. You're just creating more dense fascia when you strength train. What a mind tease. Okay, last 2 here, please. Very nice. Let's keep our clasp today and do our side stretch. So come on with your arms above your head. Plug your back foot into the ground so you feel your front hip flexor and quad engaged. And then take yourself up and to the side going left. Over your front leg. You got it. Thank you. This time start all the way down so your right elbow kisses your right hip. Tuck your nose in. Plug your back foot down. Feel that same engagement in the front of the right leg. Keep pressing down with your right leg. Lift yourself up and back or into your side stretch. Hips can come forward a little bit as long as your back foot can press into the ground. Good job, Clarky. Inhale, come down, curl in, elbow touches hip, plugging down with your your back foot. Yeah, this time taking it straight back if you want, finding your psoas, letting your hips bend forward. You have 1 more time, curling in, your booty starts back, your back foot plugs, your arms are pulling apart from one another. Good, Alice. Very nice. Hips can come forward a smidge. Brilliant. Okay, it's pyramid on crack, please, on this side. Grab your other block if you didn't have it like me, and then pop into your back foot. Back foot's turned out, front foot is parallel, front heel is trying to pull back to engage your hamstring. Inhale, and then as you pull your heel back, sit into your back knee. Inhale to come forward. Keep swooping your heel back and booty sits back. I love it. So good. Yes, yes, yes. Nice. Brilliant. Make sure your blocks are underneath your shoulders in a way that it feels supportive to you. Check in with your neck, please. Do you want to look down today? Do you want to look forward? Everyone's making choices. I like it. We've got 5 more on this leg. So dig in with your attention. Engage into your tissue. Let your pelvis go to the left. So feel like your left pelvis is going wide to the side. Let your occiput go wide to the side. That's the base of your skull. Good, and then step both feet forward, bend your knees. Quick roll up, please. Quick roll up. Plugging down with your feet standing tall. Open your shoulder head sideways. Inhale, exhale, peel yourself down, rolling yourself back to the floor. Grab your blocks, sit yourself down onto both knees, please. Move your blocks out of the way. Left side with your left cactus. Inhale, exhale, bring it across to the right side of your mat. Put your forearm down, put your other hand on top. Plug down with your forearm and dip yourself sideways. Inhale, come up. You're doing great. Fabulous. I know it's not easy. And it's a lot to crank out 45 minutes of straight up flossing. So good job. Yes. Yes, Sheila. Very pretty. And I'll take a couple more from us. Woohoo! Find that rhomboid zone between the scap and the spine. Find the trap zone a little higher than the rhomboid. So a little bit higher. Goodness gracious. It can get tense up in these parts. As you dip, you can take that frontal diagonal, so dipping forward for 4. You're still plugging down with your forearm. You're getting between the rhomboid and the trap up there. Supraspinatus on that wing bone. Good, and then take it on the neutral. 2 on neutral, please. Belly high, rib cage in. And then plug down with your forearm, lean it back on the long diagonal. How's your breath today? I didn't ask you yet. Good. Your right hand plugs under your nose. Inhale, fly it up. Nice big T. Super. Good. Bring your other hand down. Tuck it back up. Downward dog. Nicely done. Left knee comes down. Right heel comes forward. Hamstring. Right leg forward. Hamstring. Yes. Nice transitions, everybody. Getting right into the zone here. How's your toes on your right foot? Toes to your nose yet? Who cares? We don't need toes to our nose, but what actually is toes to our nose? The fascia! Fascia runs from our toes to our nose and all over our entirety of our body. Thank you to our fascia. Thank you to yourself for flossing it. Because sometimes it needs a reminder, as magical and smart as it is. Sometimes it needs to be a reminder to not be so dense. Think about how intelligent our body is, but sometimes we need a little augmentation. Okay, dip into your hammy. Feel what you need. I need to lower myself down a little bit to get more grounded. You're finding your breath. Let's bring our attention besides in the back of our hammy. Stay aware of that zone and then bring your attention up to your temples, just above your temples, where your bladder channel runs. So here's temples, just above your temples. Ooh. Okay, we've got a few more. How about 3? Dig in, and 2. Make it juicy in this last one. And 1. Stand up and bring your stance a little bit shorter. Left arm to the sky, left elbow, crisscross applesauce. Swoop your wrist forward. Keep plugging forward with your wrist and take your crank. Wrist goes forward, plugging back, keep plugging. Notice if you want to keep it in your shoulder or if it's hanging into your rib cage, into your lower spine. What do you need today? Plug your legs down wherever you want, please. Plug your elbow and your knee together. And you're starting to release, wringing out like a sponge, moving any sensation through the shoulder, down into the arm and out of the thumb tip. Thumb tip and pointer finger along the large intestine. That's where this chain of fascia runs. If you want to think of your nostril, that fascia links in patterning down your neck, through your shoulder, where you're feeling the stretch now, down the outer arm and into the pointer finger. That's your large intestine channel. Can you sense it? Keep your clasp, please. Bring your arms above your head. Plug down with your back leg. Feel the engagement on your left side and the front and the side, and take yourself for a side stretch to the right. Inhale, come up, and this time curl into a small ball. Tuck your elbow to kiss your left hip. Plug down with your back foot. Feel like your arms are going to split apart, but they're holding on strong. Pelvis comes forward a little bit, up and back bend or side stretch. Woohoo! And elbow kisses your hip. Curl into that small ball, booty starts back. Back foot's plugging down, down, down into the ground. Make sure your back knee's cushioned always, right? Lifting up, rib cage open. And one more time, curling in. So good, team. Feel like your left hand's gonna escape your right. Lifting up, pulling deep into the psoas. Hips press forward, rib cage opens. Very nice work. Pop yourself up, it's pyramid. Back toes can turn out a smidge, front heel kicks back. Keep kicking back, and then booty sits back. It's very nice. Yes. Okay, let's work our bladder channel here a little bit. If you have a prostate, it's a bonus stretch for you. Getting a little bonus benefit here. Lower back release. Very good job. Nice breaths into your lungs. Lungs can go sideways, front and back here. So notice if the arms forward supporting on the blocks are causing some tenseness in your chest. See if you can put that engagement into your legs instead and have that easy upper body. Heel pulls back. Yeah, and you have 5 more juicies. Really connecting, you're doing so good. Excellent, 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 everybody. Fab. Yes, Frankie. I like it. Here's your last maybe 1 or 2 or 3. Let's go for this one being the last. Boom. Feet together when you're ready. Let your knees bend. Plug down through your feet. Roll through your spine, stacking the vertebra. Standing up nice and tall for a moment. Shoulder heads go sideways. It's your new body of the day. How about that? Inhale at the top. Exhale, nose goes to your sternum. Roll yourself back down. Good. Let's do a little bit of kidney. I feel like we could use that today. Let's do on your back option to use a wall or a ledge or not. You can also use your block. We're going to go left foot supporter, right foot the worker. Left foot supporter on the floor, on your block, or on a wall. I'm going to show it on the wall. My left foot's on the wall or block or floor. My right foot's crossing over my left leg. Make sure you have the right distance. So you're not too close to your wall or your block. Pull your knee in towards your heart. Knee squeezes in. Feel your adductors and the front hip flexors engaged. Use your hand to press your knee away. Good, you're opening the front of the pelvis. Yay for a pelvis. You got it. Knee squeezes in towards your heart. Your hand is on the inside of your knee. The knee keeps squeezing in and the hand plugs the knee away from you. Right, Alice? Woohoo, yeah, very good. Nicely done, everyone. Knee hugs in, keep squeezing in. And let's take up the tempo a little bit. Let's go for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands behind your knee. Both hands to clasp the outside of your knee, kick out, and then drag your knee in, releasing the deep glute. That's right, Alex. Knee kicks out and then dragging in towards your heart. You're not going to feel it, some of us, at first. And then let it ride, let the sensation, let the tension build. Yes, Jen. Very good, Sheila. And then play your angle. Some of us know how to do this already. If you have wall available to you, you're going to walk your supporting foot, to the left a little bit. So bring your foot a little bit to the left, so almost like you're falling over towards the left to graze the outside of the hip a little deeper. That's right. How about 5 more? Looking good, everybody. Nice. Come back to neutral. 1 more set on the front. Squeeze in with your knee and plug your knee away. Let's just go for 5, just reopening that hip flexor. Very nice, very nice. Good, it's a big switcherooski. Kick away and switch which foot's on top. Oh, I liked your can-can moment. Squeeze your knee in, keep squeezing in and plug your knee out. Belly to spine, please anchor down from the base of your sternum, the top of your sternum where the kidney channel stops or ends, or it doesn't really actually end there, but it's kind of like the official end of the kidney channel at the top of your sternum and at your collarbones. So see if you can anchor down with your chest from that point, like someone threaded a needle from your collarbone down into the core of the earth, or at least down to where there's a spring, an underground spring, so you can pull up some of that water element energy. How about 4 more? We did quicks here, actually. Let's go 7, 6, 5, 4, so good, 3, and 2, amazing, 1. Knee to the outside, hands to the outside, kick to the outside. Keep kicking out, drag your knee in. Yes, that's amazing. Good. Letting the sensation build here. I know some of us don't feel it at first. Hands are on the outside, Frank. You're kicking out with your knee, and then your hands are dragging your knee in. The resistance is going out. The stretch is happening in your glute. Yes, beautiful. Good, and some of us are gonna walk our right foot to the right, and like you're leaning slightly right so you can get the outside of the left pelvis a little deeper. Yes. Fab work. I love it. Good, last two, picking it up. And knee hugs in, you have just 5 on the inside. One more set for kidney. Ooh, I got a nice pop. Sometimes you have to do the balancing muscle group for the target muscle group to work well. Now, if you don't have space, please adjust. Otherwise, one more set for liver, holding onto your inner thighs. You can hold on from the front, or you can wrap your hands around and hold on to the inside from the back. Squeeze together, pry your legs apart. Relax to come in, and then start the pulses. Here we go. Inner thighs are hugging in, arms are prying your legs apart. If you can, you're peeking up through your legs for a little ab work. Shoulders are down your back. You're starting to release any histamine, excess histamine in the liver, getting rid of the irritation. So imagine a nice easy breeze blowing out any tenseness in the inner thighs, bringing good energy up into the liver channel. Good. How about 6 more? Hug down with your belly, lift your shoulders up if you can. Good job, Alex, with your lift. Okay. Good. Who needs a quad? Anybody need a quad today? You can stay on your back, hold behind your left knee pit. Kick up to the sky with your left foot and use your top foot to smush your foot down. If you want to do this quad, be my guest. So you're on your back, you're holding your left knee pit, you're kicking up with your left foot. Exactly, Frank. And use your top foot to smush you down. The resistance is up on the left. Up with the left foot. If you're doing quad on the wall, some of you, my wall people are already there. Go for it. Starting with your left leg. Good, everybody. Good, you have 10 more wherever you are. So pull in with, well, what I'm saying is play with your angle if you want to. Pull in, pull, kick out actually. Kick up and out. Kick your knee pit into your hands. Kick your back foot into the wall if that's where you're at. And feel like your knees engaged into the floor. Good. I'm going to go with 4 more here. So well done, everybody. Everybody come up wherever you are. It's left leg forward for dragon lunge. So your left leg is on the outside of your left arm. Left leg on the outside of your left arm. Kick your heel back and squeeze yourself back. Booty goes back. Very nice. Excellent. You can use your arm bone and leg bone to leverage against one another. See how that activates your inner thigh a little bit more. You're working your spleen channel. If you have a uterus, you're getting an extra bonus here. I think I read a couple months ago, uterus shares much of the same stem cells as the heart. Brain and the heart also share stem cells, just so you know. Squeeze in. We really call them neurocrest cells, but they're kind of super cells like stem cells, but even better. Or maybe not better, just doing their own special thing. Okay, that's good. 1, 2 more. And then we're gonna hop up onto both feet. Grab a block if you need to. Wide feet, the leg you're just working on. Bring your other opposite hand across. So my right arm's going across. You're gonna squeeze down with your pinky side of your hand and bend into your right knee. Inhale to come up. You can wrap your left arm around your left leg. Squeegee your inner left arch also into the midline. So you're plugging down with your hand and you're squeezing in with your foot. Bending into your knee to come up. You have 3 more times. It's like a little chop of your pinky side of your hand. And it's a squeegee of your inner arch of your left foot. Good, let yourself hang forward with soft knees, please. Shake your head out. And then you're going onto your back or onto the wall. Quad on the second side, please. Holding behind your right quad. Holding your right knee pit. Kick up to the sky. Keep kicking up to the sky and smush your foot down. And look at Aaron's square there, Frank, if you're confused. You're on your back, you're holding your right knee pit. Kick up to the sky with the right foot. The left foot comes on top of your right foot to smush your right foot down. That's right. You got it. Everybody engage a little bit more with your quad. Wherever you are, activate that right quad. You can turn yourself in different angles and create some tension, please. Yes, beautifully done. Good, this is 5 left. Good job. Stomach is the center for self-knowing. How fun is that? Bring your right foot forward, please. Find spleen. This is knowing other. Stomach is knowing self. Spleen is knowing other. So fab, everybody good. Squeeze back with your heel, find your arm bone and your leg bone. Feel that connection to your medial hamstring and the tissue that runs from your arch, up your inner leg, into your inside hamstring and into your pelvis. Tracks up into the torso, and it finishes around the armpit in the front-ish, side-ish. And I think it hooks your rhomboids from the inside. That chain of fascia. Last 2. And 1. Bringing your feet to the floor. Bringing your left hand across to the right side. Wrap your right hand around your right leg if you like. Karate chop, or just chop, excuse me, your pinky finger down. Bend your left knee. Inhale, come up. Squeegee your inner thighs together, bending into the left knee. Inhale, come up, finding the outside edge of your arm into the side stretch. Just 2 more. And 1, good job. Bring your arms to the inside of your legs or hold onto your calves. Inside of legs or hold onto your calves. Bend and look forward. Arms pull against your calves, legs kick back. You have just 3. This is your first one. Here we go, sitting down, look forward if you can to start. Kick back with your heels. Pull your arms forward, lift your hips up, peek under your legs. Doesn't matter how far you go, it matters that you're connected. Arms go forward, legs kick back. And basta! Good job, everybody. Now you're ready for a dragonfly in yoga. If that's what you like to do. Good job, team. Excellent. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. You did so good. Very nice. Big thank yous to yourselves for working on yourselves. Hey, what a bonus. Good job, Alex Kim. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. We have 2 days left. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I
Body change. Mine changed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank
Okay,
you.
look at this. Bye, team. You're welcome. Bye, bye, bye.
I see ya.